Hello everyone, I'm Nunisi05 and I'm back again on doing another review of the 25th Anniversary G.I. Joe action figures. And today I'm doing a review of Mercenary Wraith. Move this figures on one side and its accessory, and let's do a quick look on the packaging. I bought this figure loose, so that's why it's torn really badly on this. Someone did that, but this entire figure itself is it did not appear from the vintage G.I. Joe toys from the 80s or 90s, and it did not appear in the Marvel comics nor in the old G.I. Joe cartoon series. However, it did appear in the DDP comics, but I'll come to that later. But first, let's take a look at the artwork. Artwork is totally new artwork, showing the Mercenary Wraith here, and you can see on the bottom part here he is starting to get translucent, and that's his gimmick. That's his stick, if I want to use that word. His gimmick is, as his codename suggested, he can turn himself invisible. Well, not totally invisible. Just like if you ever watch Predator movies, is how the Predator turned himself invisible, but you can still see the shapes a little bit. The same technology applies here. The technology on the suit itself that he's wearing manipulates the light source and turn himself invisible. Now let's take a look at the back of the card itself. You see the rest of the lines and the file card stating his name. The character is called Charles Halifax. He's a Frenchman, and no, he is not a typical grunt. He is extremely powerful character, as shown in the DDP comics on issue 31 when he has his first appearance. Both Destro's son and Mistress Armada came looking for him to recruit Charles Halifax to rescue Major Blood and Scrap Iron in the in one of the prison, where I think few of the G.I. Joe characters, one of them is Beachhead, were also guarding the facility. Now, Charles Halifax's primary military specialty is espionage. Obvious reasons, because he can turn himself invisible. Secondary military specialty would be covert operations. Again, obvious, he can turn himself invisible. Now, in his file card is a bit. I did follow a little bit. I think maybe follow majority of the storyline stated in the file card, but in the comics himself, Mr. Halifax here went to China and stole the China's military prototype, the suit, the same suit, and then killed dozens of military personnel and escaped with the. Well, he just walked out of the front door after killing 20, maybe 30 over military personnel. Walked out with along with the suit. He met his demise, and those who haven't read the comics, he met his demise at the hands of Baroness after he betrayed Destro and Baroness after some time later. So Baroness came back and they did a one-on-one duel, which is very, very cool fight scene. They were fighting in the graveyard, which is ironic place for Wraith, and they fought, and Wraith lost because during his time working with Destro and Baroness, their technicians, engineers managed to study his suit enough, gather enough knowledge to create a device, a remote device to disable his stealth capabilities. and probably froze his suit as well. So when Baroness used the same device on him, he was disabled, and as a mercenary, as always, he offered Baroness sort of like a bag, well, not a bag. He gave Baroness a chance to know the location of a child, for a price, of course, to let him live. But Baroness didn't want to, and just blow his brains apart. And that's about it about the file cut and about his short background and his demise. The artwork seems simplistic. That's alright. But on my next review, we will talk about the figure itself. So stay tuned.